Hey guys, we're back at Porsche of Westwood. You're watching Winding Road Magazine. I'm Tedward, and behind me is a 2015 Porsche Macan Turbo. We're gonna be taking this car out because now they are at a price point which is very appealing, somewhere in the low 60s. So let's take it out with our friend Zach Sweat and see what it does on the road, in the wet. So before we go and drive this Macan Turbo, we wanna show you the mascot of Porsche Westwood. This is Brick. Oh boy. He makes lots of noises. And we're back in a Porsche with your good friend Zach Sweat.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. But more importantly, nice to see another Porsche.
I do like Porsche.
You know I like you, but...
Oh.
I think this is probably one of the most stylish cars that Porsche has made. Not that my opinion matters too much, but I really like this car. I mean, it's funny because the Macan I think looks good not for a small SUV, but for a car. Like, I think it's one of the best looking cars on the market.
It drives much more like a car than it does an SUV. You kind of forget you're driving an SUV.
What are we working with for power?
It's a twin turbo V6, 3.6 liter with 400 horsepower.
Eddie 77. Don't know who you are, but might steal your plate for Eddie. Does that come to? Oh, I see. Oh, for all my cool CDs.
For your mixtape.
My mixtape. Proper paddles.
I would imagine your mixtape would be just like car noises.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a 288 GTO ripping on back roads.
It's a car enthusiast mixtape. Which sport mode?
Yeah, sport mode, please.
Just a suspension.
BMW drivers, am I right? Stiffens it right up.
Just took it back to sport instead of sport plus. Sport plus is a little aggressive.
It is pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now I've got the paddles. And she moves. again, we're driving cars which the 0 to 60s stop mattering because basically you're illegal in 2 seconds. I like how quick this gearbox is. It's fun to have this gearbox.
Yep, you're good. Nope, keep going. You got a ways. So when you are in manual mode, it will hold the gear no matter what. It will bounce off red line.
Really?
Yeah, that's what you just experienced.
Cool.
First, second gear.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, and it's funny because I thought I had more revs, but I guess I miscalculated by a couple hundred RPM.
You shouldn't. Oh yeah, that's right going up.
Aha.
So first impressions.
It drives like a car. I mean, I'm seated high up because I'm off the ground, but my driving position feels low and centered with the car. I really like this gearbox because it's a Porsche. I mean, I don't have to explain PDK. PDK is already explained, right? So it is just cool because I get to have PDK in this Macan. And it's so fast. Would I prefer a V8? Of course, but it makes fun noises and it gives me the little crackles and pops and stuff. And it's definitely faster than like the base Cayenne that I drove a while back, that Platinum Edition. And you were in that car.
Yes. It made an appearance.
100 horsepower goes a long way to making this car much more drivable and engaging.
Also lighter too. I'm pretty sure this car is about 600 pounds lighter than the Cayenne.
Always respect the cyclists. Although he's insane for riding in the wet right now.
Brakes feel good.
Yeah, nice big brakes. All right. Let's see it get out of its own way. No.
Take a left.
Okay. I think our viewers are going to start to get more curious about who Zach Sweat is and what makes Zach tick.
Cars.
Simple answer.
So I started in the industry as a technician before I was in sales. I found out that I love talking about the cars.
You sure do.
Yeah. Learning about the technology that, essentially make these cars tick and work. So I transferred from service into sales. I've been in the industry for over 6 years. 3 years of that has been with Porsche of Westwood. And I absolutely love it.
Well, I'm glad that you're around because you're probably one of the easiest sales guys to talk to about cars. I talk to you about cars all day anyway.
Yeah, I love talking about cars. It doesn't matter what car it is.
All right, this is a fun little road.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Nice foliage.
Yeah, really good New England look going on.
Yeah, put it in the soft mode.
Good noises on those shifts.
It's nice. It masks speed. There's a squirrel. We want to make sure we also respect the squirrel.
Respect the drive, respect the squirrel. That was a Massachusetts corkscrew right there.
Good low end torque. I mean, I didn't downshift for that. We stayed in fourth.
What I really like about this car is that it has this like go anywhere, do anything type of personality to it.
Yeah, this is the ultimate daily. Like, I don't feel like I have to baby it. I don't feel like I have to, like, honestly, I'm not sure I would even park this far away from anything in a parking lot. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, you know, you pull right up, you do your thing, you drive it in the winter. And on the used market, I think the turbo is the choice, because, you know, the more expensive variants always see the most appealing depreciation. So, like, for me, if I was looking for a Macan, I think I'd hunt for a turbo.
Yeah, and you can get these cars with some pretty slick technology too, like adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring. Same goes with some nice performance options. You can find them out there with sports exhaust system, adaptive air ride. This isn't even air ride. This is just Porsche's standard steel spring PASM suspension.
Yeah, and I'd prefer that, honestly.
Yeah. To the air ride?
To the air ride, yeah. I don't know. I like simplicity. Not that PASM is simple, let's be real, but yeah, I should take that back. I shouldn't say I like simplicity if I'm like, oh, I love Porsches. But I think the philosophy is simple. They just go about it in a technically complex way.
We're a sports car company. We engineer sports cars.
Exactly.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a right here.
I hope so. There's a lot of signs telling me not to do the other.
I'm not feeling like playing chicken today. So we'll take a right here, and then a set of lights will make a U-turn.
Got it.
You just started out second gear. So
Yeah.
easy. Plenty of torque.
Plenty of space in the back.
Mm-hmm. Very utilitarian, usable. It is a true 5-seater.
Lovely turning radius. All right, just in case, we got to get ahead of this guy because I would like to enjoy this on-ramp. Drives like a car.
Yep.
That's fun. 7th gear, 70 miles an hour.
Cruising right along.
Yeah, that's nothing. This car's happy. Pretty comfortable too. I mean, we're in comfort mode right now, but you know, this is
Easy. Effortless.
easy, not exhausting at all. Catch a BMW i3?
Pretty quick. Lots of torque, actually. Those legs. You did it.
Yeah, it's a confident little car. I shouldn't say little. I mean, it's like a normal size car, but yeah.
Very inspiring drive. It's super approachable, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think what our viewers need to remember is most of the time I'm getting in these cars for the first time and I'm driving them with a camera on my head and microphones in my ears. So if you could be any more awkward, you know, you know what I mean? Like the cars, if they're easy to drive, or at least intuitive, it really shows up on these videos for me. Because when I drive something that's a little clunkier or a little more awkward or less approachable, then I certainly get that, you know, puckering feeling where I'm like, uh-oh, you know, I don't really want to jump into the brakes and trail brake it into a corner, especially in the wet. Whereas with these, I mean, they're a blast. And look, when Porsche started coming out with the Cayenne, Panamera, the Macan, I think people were like, man, who are you, Porsche? What are you doing? But then, you know, you kind of realize, A, company needs to make some money. There's a big market for these SUVs and, you know, family cars. But B, they didn't just slap them together and make them like boring cars. They are still inspiring to drive. So, I mean, you know, let's say you've got a GT3 and you need a daily driver. You don't have to sacrifice all of the fun of a GT3.
Absolutely not.
All right. Do not comment below that I just compared a Macan Turbo to a GT3. But what I'm saying is you don't have to completely walk away from an enjoying driving experience just because you need to fit stuff and kids and have a winter car. Like, this is still a fun, enjoyable car to drive. The philosophy's there. DNA.
DNA is there.
PCNA, DNA. Oh man, you guys are gonna hire me soon,
All the
huh?
acronyms. PCNA, PCCB, PSM.
PASM.
Yeah.
All the goodies. All right, well, we are rolling back into Porsche Westwood. Thanks again, Zach Sweat, for having me and letting me play around with some fun German toys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I've been Tedward. This is Winding Road Magazine, and we will see you in the next one.